generally get to the heart of the issues we want to deal with today. So make I move on straight to the business of the day, which is the debate proper. And we will start with the first round. And what we will start with now, opening statements. We will give the candidates the opportunity to make their opening statement. And in alphabetical order, I would like to start with the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. And the question be, wetin be that thing where you go focus on to achieve if you win this election in your first 100 days in office?
Well, I want to thank you for BBC. Oh, now call us, make we come talk to Edo people. Now, a very good program, and I pray see our people go listen well. For my own, you know, say me get program, I get agenda, where I want to do. I believe say, who want run for office, they must know what you want to do. If you not get, you be like a person with inside darkness. They try to walk around. So I get simple agenda. And those things what I want to do, I don't write them down. I also don't serve government before. I don't be chief of staff. I don't be secretary to government. So I'll not be a newcomer. I know waiting supposed to be for government. But you know, say, for the first 100 days, you want check, say, what did they give you for handover note? Then you say, I did that, and I really did that. Because even if you win for September 19th, until 12th of November, you never know how things be. At the year now, say, the government, they try to collect so many loans, even at this last minute. We don't know how true the thing be. But now when we don't enter, we'll come they call like an general, come they call the banks, now we go know how things be. If God forbid, they put the state for serious debt, it means say for the first 100 days, now struggle with it. But if God also wants to say we enter, only day, they not put debt, then it means say from the beginning, we will first start work. So there are many things we will go do on our 100 days, but it depends on what we see. But I get agenda, I get my priority. But all those my priority will depend on what we see for ground. If na me the governor now, say okay, when I enter again for second term, see what I go begin to do. But not be me the governor now. I don't know how the money day for there. And they pray say when we go reach there, money go still dey the state. But if money dey debt, then we know say we need to do a lot of re-engineering who go take help the situation for the state. So the first 100 days, now more or less, now stock taking, trying to see what the ground so that you go fit do well for the next 4 years.
Okay, thank you. The candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Make we now go to the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Governor Godwin Obaseki. If you win the election and get the opportunity to serve the people of Edo for another 4 years, waiting be that thing where you go make as your priority for in your first 100 days in office.
Helen, thank you very much. First, I want to thank you and say when I invite me come this program. Make we debate among ourselves when they look for this office and make we talk what we want to do for the people of Edo State. But make I first start by apologizing. You see, as I did now, I know they Benin. I had to travel on almost emergency this evening to come somewhere. And the meeting is very, very important. But I've been telling you, so my deputy they on, you not get anything when they do when you don't know. So, but I say out of respect, make I first do this opening round. I will rush go the meeting and hopefully my deputy will continue. As my brother pastor say, he say, well, in talking, he say I get the advantage. Say I already the office now. So we know how government be and what in government be. The good thing they say, over the last 3.5, going 4 years, we don't run government well. We don't run them properly. The small money when we get, we don't plan, we plan them, we use them well. For us, therefore, our priorities are very, very clear. For the first 100 days, we go continue with waiting we don't start, but we go do them at a faster rate. And waiting with these things. The first for us, now, how you go organize government? You see, what we don't do first is to say, make we build the institution of government, the bureaucracy. Because government will come, the individual will come, individual will go, or government must remain. And so what we notice the first 4 years, we say, you need to make sure, say, government, they work well. Because any promise you make, any plan you get, if government not they work well, you're not going to executor. That means, say, the civil servants, when supposed to work for government, you get to treat them well. At least for now, they get assurance. Say every month they will get money. The people when they don't work when they don't retire, they get assurance. Say the work when we do, we not work in vain. Money go. So that go give the people when they work confidence. If you see now, we don't refurbish. We refurbish all the secretariat where they work. Make sure make the place look like where human beings they work. We don't also notice say all the past governments, they don't care about how the engine of government, how government they work. And they just assume, say government, they just for government work. The people don't they train them. So we get the staff training center when we put in place, and we don't set up all this program. So that once we take off, we go feel run with speed, put the right people in place, do all the things we need to do, begin to train them, and then show them what you want to do in the areas of education when we don't start.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Governor Godwin Obaseki. I'm afraid your time don't day up. Make we move to the next candidate, the candidate of the YPP, Mr. Osagie Ize-Iyamu. If you win this election and get the opportunity to serve the people of Edo for 4 years, waiting be that thing you go make as your priority for the next 100 days you go day in office.
My sister, good evening. Thank you very much for inviting me to this program. Now, real privilege. If God help me say I win to become governor of my state, for the first 100 days, I want to set up 3 different, very powerful committees. 1 on education, 2 on health, 3 on security. I go add another vital one, it will be 4 on agriculture. The thing be say, I don't want to look back to waiting our past governments don't do. That one not just concern me at all. Because I don't study politics since 1992, where I joined politics for my ward, Ugu ward, for local government as a secretary for ward. So since then, I dey study the politics, I dey see people, leaders, our governors where they come. Apart from Professor Ambrose Ali, I never really see any government where approach education the way it be, where approach health the way it be, where also approach security the way it be. So my own be say, these 4 vital areas, critical areas, education, health, security, and agriculture, I go overhaul the entire system. Education, for instance, the reason why you see say we get Agberu, now because we allow the system where Ambrose Ali put for grant, we not fit encourage and we not fit carry on. When Ambrose Ali come, we give everybody free education now. They build schools for everywhere, even villages. So anybody fit go school that time, you know, go think of whether they go pay school fees or not. So after the man come out now, people not pay book go school again, they not see free books again. So when they reach class 3, what they call JSS3 now, they just drop for it because they not pay continue. Enter, motor packed out and all these things. So I go make sure say when I enter, I go bring what I call preventive approach to future unemployment. I they call that one part force education initiative. I go bring that one on so that our schools, in the beginning of the term, all of them, they go get free textbooks so that they go get interest, take enter school. I go also look at health. We go make sure, say, the committee will go set up for health. This cards, when they collect, take money, collect, they will get them free so that people feel they access health. Then agriculture, I go just overhaul the entire system. Then security, all these are our local vigilantes where you see. So I go make sure, say, I set up a system we make sure say government go pay them so that they can protect our areas for our villages. Make other people, what we call all these people where they vandalize things, vandalize our farms. They not go to enter there, they vandalize our farms, they kill our people. These 4 areas, education, health, agriculture, and security, now I go make sure say for the first 100 days, I concentrate on to make sure say I bring what they call decency into the system. I don't want all these kinds where they say publicity so where they say children go just
Thank you, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Your time done dey up. And the next question now to the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. So we know say the issue of unemployment now something where not just Edo State, the whole of the country they deal with and they battle with. But wetin you think say you fit do, to help that that issue, to sort that palava for Edo State, if you get the opportunity to sit down on top that seat as the governor of the state?
Thank you, my sister. Well, before I answer that question, I better make a just talk small for waiting Governor Obaseki talk. This debate now for governorship candidates, not worry the delegates. If you not go fit stay, you not go fit stay. But say you want to come out, make a deputy, come they follow us debate and not get hand for that one. If you not get ready, make you know say you don't want debate with us. But if you want debate with us, he has to stay. But me not go sit down with his deputy. If not deputy I will call my deputy, make contact to his deputy. Not be me and deputy, now the debate. So now governorship debate. Now for the question where you talk about employment, I get simple agenda. And that simple agenda, security, employment, now one major item. And that employment, if you look through the whole simple agenda, it's there everywhere. Now, what will be the simple agenda? The X now security. For security, we go give money, not be only to police or to buy vehicles. My brother talking just now, and I agree with him. Our vigilante, we need to support them. People not feel they guide us for night. They guide our farmland. Government go see them, not to give them anything. That one no good. And look and say, if we decide now, for example, make we even take 10,000 of our youths across the state, where they do vigilante. We now know say this state go save well. At 20,000, that is just 200 million. That 200 million, if we remove them for the security vote with the governor they collect every month, it not going to even affect them too much. Because if you calculate the money where the governor they collect for security vote, it's close to 600 million every month. So if you use 200 million, say put 10,000 people they work, then come make sure say your state safe, more jobs go come. The other one na high infrastructure. The kind job we want to do people must be involved. So because of that one, you go find out say for construction, for housing, for transport, a lot of youths they go get job. But make another even to talk am. For the last word for there for simple agenda, employment, empowerment. Now there we want to make sure say everything we would do, we would get deliberate effort to make sure say we employ our people. Not be done way we will promise say we'll give 200,000 job. Meanwhile, nobody get job. We go work and make they get job. Whether na infrastructure, whether na manpower, and that manpower training, now to make sure say all our youths, even if they don't go school, we go teach them skill acquisition. We go teach them how to be painter, how to be welder, how to be mechanic, so that they go fit get work even if they not go school. With that one, they go fit fend for themselves. So by this simple agenda, we want to do public-private partnership. We go give farmers money. We go support them. Now we go collect money from bank where we go share to them. We not go collect money for farmers. We not go give them. So you get many things we get for the simple agenda. All of them now to help our people with employment. Because if our youth not get job, how you want to stop crime? So we don't want the category of people where they abuse our youth. They call them miscreants. Say they are useless people. They are criminal. They are agbero. We want our youth to be gainfully employed. We want to be proud of our youths. But our youth to come become our backbone, our strength. And to do so, government must support them. So the simple agenda where I get, right from the security, infrastructure, manpower development, public-private partnership, leadership by example, to employment, the whole essence we say we have to create jobs for our youths. So if you read my simple agenda, you go find out, say, through so many jobs we will create for them. The kind of work we want to create for this place and support local businesses. You go find out they go employ more people because they go say the governor way did, the support us. So because of that one, even if my tempo they take before, we'll take 15. And you know, say one security don't day, people go they come. I don't want a dull lady where you get food franchise for Lagos. You get 3. I tell her and say, why you not come Benin, come put 1? He said that security not day. If security day, she for day. By the time we don't provide the security we want to provide, you go find out say job go plenty. And many youth go get, because not the only government that they give job, but government can create the environment where people can say, okay, maybe they begin a good job. And they look Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. They say for some time now, no new investment don't come and do. If we have security, investments will come. If we have public-private partnership, investments will come, and our youth will benefit. So I assure you that under my administration, our youth will be employed.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. I just want to follow up on that issue. You don't talk about creating jobs through security and all that. How exactly you go make this one work? So we just want to make you, if you can, make you itemize and tell us from point A to B, C, D, E. How exactly you go take use security as a means, as a door to create these jobs for the people of Edo if you win the election?
Now, me they ask?
Yes.
Okay.
Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu.
I'll give you an example just now. I said before, one of the way security they do Edo State, our communities, they get local vigilante. But today now, say many of these communities, they don't even get money. So they don't pay all these boys. Because they don't pay all these boys, those boys not they guard our forest again, they don't guard our road again. And because of that one, criminals full everywhere. Now for me, not be even community, they're supposed to pay all those people. They are working for Edo State government, they're working for Edo people. So now we supposed to give them money. I say from that number, we even select 10,000. We go train them, we go support them. If we even pay them 20,000 a month, if you times 20,000 by 10,000 youths, which you go get now 200 million. And me know say the money where the governor they get every month as security votes, it passed 200 million, it passed 400 million. I don't see why an office spend 200 million, take employ our youths to guard our states, support the police. So from that one alone, they tell you say a lot of people can be employed. And there are so many other things we can also do.
Thank you very much, Pastor. This next question goes to the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, that's the governor, Godwin Obaseki. If you win this election and you get the opportunity to serve again, to come back for a second term, how you hope to tackle this issue of unemployment for Edo State?
Yeah, Commissioner, good evening. For our first term, we don't already start term. Before we enter this first term with this, we talk say we want to create 200,000 jobs. And immediately we enter, we started what they call Edo Job. We created an agency called Edo Job. That Edo Job, their work, say, first, identify how many youths for the states we no get work. Which area they no get this work. Local government by local government, ward by ward. So when we check and finish, we discover say the issue of unemployment plenty well. And now it can make us say, okay, we will go out of assembly, go ask them, may they help us pass bill. We go create one office, what they call Edo Job, so that it go be say constitution recognize them. So after we do and finish, we can't go employ, create the place. When we create and finish, we can start what they call Edo Innovate. After that one, we create another one, Edo production hub, because we discover say it gets some of our children we no go school. Some of them they learn work. So those ones we learn work, so we get handwork. Now then we carry the train, go where we can create for Sapele Road, what they call Edo production hub. That one come out. We can't discover say our children they plenty where we say they go school. Some of them get artificial intelligence. They get sense well for book. Those ones we can't discover say we need to partner with people. Say they call us government of MOU. We can't discover say we need to partner with everybody because government alone no fit do this work. Now we can create Edo Innovate, where we say some of these children where they call Yahoo, where they say they get internet sense, we carry them, put for one place, they train them. After we train them finish, we can partner with Google. We partner with Amazon. We partner with Slots. Even Neo One. There are plenty like that. Even we got German government, we partner with them, sign MOU. Say, we get these children, we register them because we get portal where all of them they register. When we register them finish, we send them go these places, make the airports train them. When they train them finish, inside this Edo Job, with a match job, After they don't come back from this training, we they match them with job opportunities in different areas. Some of them don't even need to work for anybody when they come back. They by themselves, they do work online with different countries. And many of them, that area alone, we know the number of jobs we will create. Then for the production of that one, now all these artisans, where they produce like welders and all these way they do nylon, all of them now carry put there. And waiting good for that thing, say we drop power for that place. So they get like 24 hours for that place where they take do those work. Then so when you check the number of work we don't create from that sector alone, innovate and the production of that one alone with the
Thank you, Mr. Jones Osagie Iyamu. This, thank you very much for the answer. Thank you very much to the governor. Now, actually, the governor is supposed to answer this question. The next question now for the YPP candidate, that's why they call your name, Mr. Jones Osagie Iyamu. If you win this election and you get the opportunity to serve in the next 4 years, how you go handle the matter of unemployment?
I just tell you now, I tell you just now, now governor debates. I never hear a person go, they do debate, he go talk, then he go come out for feed, make a deputy enter. If now deputy you now want use for debate, I will go bring my deputy. I don't get time for that one. So if Obaseki not get time.
Okay, so I just hear from my producer now, this na important information where we won't pass across the information because of, saying a virtual debates we they do. So the information no quick reach my ear. But waiting, I dey hear from my producer right now, na say, as the governor, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, don't excuse himself from this debate and say he gets something important elsewhere, somewhere important he get to go and something else he get to do now. So he no go fit continue with this debate. And as it be so, the remaining two candidates where we go to ask questions, now the candidates of the All Progressives Congress, that's Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, and the candidate of the Young Progressives Party, and that's Mr. Jones Osagie Iyamu. So what it mean be say the candidate of the People's Democratic Party no longer be participant for this debate as it be. So make we go on for where we stop. I be they ask the candidate of the YPP, Mr. Jones Osagie Iyamu, say wetin he go do if you win the election and you get the opportunity to serve the people of Edo for the next 4 years in terms of unemployment, in terms of solving the issue of unemployment in Edo State?
My sister, thank you very much, though. You see, say this issue of unemployment, where would they look, say they too hard? That's very simple thing. I want to say now 2 classes of unemployment now we get. The current present unemployment system where it start long ago, and the future unemployment system where they grant. Now the current one we say, in order to be able to solve that issue, we are already discussing with Sunderland Farms in America and Tyson Farms in America. Immediately we win, we enter government. We want to enter into partnership with them. We get 3 territorial districts for those states. We want to enter into full agriculture. Say for agriculture, no kind of discipline will not go to work for them. If you say you be lawyer, you be doctor, you be apprentice, or you be mechanic, or you be electrician, you be painter, whatever kind of job or discipline where you did, you go feel work for agriculture. So now make I tell you that and say we want to expand our agriculture, we want to overhaul our agricultural sector, we want to turn now over seriously. Make we make a full mechanized farming for the 3 senatorial districts. That one will create a whole lot of jobs for a lot of our youth in the 3 senatorial districts. I don't even fit mention the number of people there. For the future employment system, see, our education system is a one divided into 2. From GSS1 to GSS3, they go there seriously, they go know more about theory. But from SS1 to SS3, they go mix technical education and theoretical education together. So that by the time they finish, they will have basic fundamental knowledge about any kind of protection.
I'm afraid your time is up, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Make we go to the next round of questions now, and we go start with the candidates of the All Progressives Congress. And this first question, a general question, where both of now go answer before we move to the other questions. So it will be specific individual questions for the two of now. And the next question now to the APC candidates, like I talk. This issue of human trafficking and illegal migration, where now one big problem or when one big challenge where the states they face. If you win the election and you get the opportunity to sit down on top that seat as the governor of the state, how you go handle this matter?
Well, thank you, my sister. You know, say, if home, they comfortable, people will not go leave home, say they want to go far place. Because home na home. Many of our people where they abroad, they see them and they miss home. That's why you go find out, say, now still our house, now still our African food that they eat. They go see, they listen to African music. They call home every time. Why it be like that? Because they miss home. If things they wear for home, they're not going to take risk. They take waka or want to go enter sea. Say they want to go that side. Now because things not they work well for this place. We they talk about employment just now. If job really dey, people know say they go feed their family. Why they go want to take risk? May they go abroad. Not everybody like abroad like that. But when job not dey, the thing go hard. So one of the things we best do is say, make we create job for our state, for our people. Make we look for job for our youth, so that they not go say, I know they do anything. Since I know they do anything, make I just travel. If I die, I die. If I survive, God will help me. And there are so many ways. I'll give you example just now with security. Just employing vigilante. You can take around 10,000 youths. Wait for they look for, say what you will go do. You can take them off the street. And in taking them off the street, you are making the state even safer. Now see another thing now. Teachers know their state. With the campaign right now, don't go everywhere. Everywhere where I go, they tell me, say, Oga, we not get teachers for our school. You know, some schools, junior secondary school, senior primary, senior secondary school, they go get only 2 principals. 1 principal for junior secondary school, 1 principal for senior secondary school, no teachers at all. Which kind of school be that? I can't see one Royal Highness. He tell me, say, for his school, he said the teachers now 2.5. I said, Oga, so they see 2.5 again. What do you mean 2.5? He said, what do you mean? He say, the third one, he they retire for December. So now half. So now only 2.5 they get. Now, a place where you know where you educate your children well, which kind of children you they produce? School where una build when they talk about the do best, but meanwhile teachers not there. Over 4 years ago, we don't agree, say we not get teachers. Over 35% of our teachers, they don't retire, they don't die. Vacancy day, at least if nothing else, take around 2,000 teachers. They not great take. People not make we try go abroad. Make we go look for how we take work. So when government not make place comfortable, you are forcing your own people to move outside. You are giving us a bad name. But if the place is comfortable,
okay, your time is up. Your time is up, Pastor Osagie. Your time is up, Pastor Ize-Iyamu. Make we move on to the candidates of the YPP. Now, the same question: how you go solve this issue of human trafficking and illegal migration, where involve mostly the young women of Edo State? If you get the opportunity to sit down on the seat as the governor of the state.
Thank you, my sister. I think that one a very simple issue. The whole problem starts from the time where our people became moved from villages. When this rural-urban shift, migration came up. When they came to Benin, there was nothing for them in the city. So they needed to move. And this one because of the fact, say, no work, as Dr. Ize-Iyamu talked that time. Now, because of, say, no work, not with them, they fit encourage themselves. But what our government want to do to solve that issue, see, we want to make the local area councils very, very attractive. We want to do what we call urban-rural drift. We want to make sure, say, these employment creation opportunities where they tell them at that time about agriculture go create a lot of jobs where will make us make the people waiting for city begin go back to their local government. When electricity they work, everything did the way it's supposed to be for local rural areas, local government area. Nobody could even think about saying one come up from a place, go another place. So we go encourage urban rural drift or migration instead of allowing the city to become so congested. We will bring a lot of development back home to the local government areas, to the area, the villages, the communities, so that our people will get interest, return back home, feel the life that they see for city. Nobody will think about, say, they want to go one kind of abroad like that, go abroad, no work for that side, you will become slave to one person will not reach you for your own place. So in your own village, for where you dey, or your community or your local government, when one better thing they happen for there, nobody will tell you, may you go back home. Now you go by yourself, go back home. When everything where you need, where you're supposed to for city, dey for local government councils, local government area, and maybe if it be your village self, or if your village be near the company self, be near the agricultural setup, you're not going to even think about city. You're not going to even think about abroad again. You go dey comfortable for where you dey. So our government will encourage seriously urban rural drift or migration, as the case may be. Nobody will like go back again. And we will make sure say we encourage our people to remain in their place, reorient them on why they should love their state, why they should love their country more than any other place. Instead of you to go another place, go become second-class citizen. It's not good maybe just be first-class citizen for your village. It better may you be king for your village than to go become slave for one city like that. So our people, we love them so much. We are proud of them because they're very strong. They are not lazy people. So because of that, we go make sure say the kind of government we go give them identity, the kind of government we go bring safe facelift to their different communities. Now white people go bring. See, make I tell you, when white people come to government, you go forget about every other government we don't live before. So the government of white people go bring back pride to Edo State, bring back dignity, integrity to the people of the state. Not forget, say, our state right from time, we get rich history. Our people not they like to come up before they talk, say, Edo man not they like to travel, come up for a place. Why? Because they have self-sufficient people. They are very contented people. They are great farmers. They are great traders. That thing will give them pride, will give them prestige that time. Now our government will bring. Our government
Thank you,
will bring
Mr. Thank you, Mr. Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Thank you very much. Make we go to the candidate of the APC now. And the question now about diversification of the economy. What will be your plan or how you want waka this matter to diversify the economy so that it go be, say, the states no go rely only, for instance, on tax, as a huge source of revenue, to diversify the economy into other different areas where the state will take the make money to develop the state?
Well, thank you, my sister. It's really important to diversify the economy, because if you look at now, most of the money where would they get, from the federation account. Now they come in. If you look at our IGRO, internally generated revenue, you not go see any serious increase, which means say no serious business they go on. Even the taxes where they talk, how many people now they pay the tax? But you see, you get government focus on the correct things, things to change. Look this past Christmas, where we find out say imported rice not go fit come Nigeria. I see trailers they go Ebonyi, Abakaliki. I see that they go Kebbi, they go Bara. But when will they grow up, they talk about Ekpoma rice. Rice full Ilushi, rice full Lanegbete, rice full Udaba. Those are areas we can put money. And before you know them, Edo can become the food basket. You forget, say before, Edo, they make money from oil palm, from rubber. Today, what happen to all those things? So agriculture, now one good area where we fit really diversify our economy. The only thing they say, government not they invest in now. They not they invest. Government say, okay, they say they go do farm for Sobe. They spend close to 2 billion. What happen? the thing collapse. Because they go bring consultants for Lagos. We don't know anything. Meanwhile, we get better farmers for here. Where if they are giving that money, when I find out, say, what did they put for Sobe? That thing for don't do Igara. If we don't do Urium, but they put the money for that. So agriculture is one area we can diversify our economy.
Hello.
Another thing, now oil and gas where we get. How we get oil and gas, and we not feel invite those companies, may they come for this place. Ikpobaoka is oil producing. Oriomo is oil producing. Ovia Notice is oil producing. And we are not engaging the private sector. That's why you go see, say, for my simple agenda, I talk about public-private partnership, because government alone no go fit do am. You know, our governor, they go around, they talk about MOU, but charity begins at home. Which MOU you don't do for this place? I go today, I go Ewu. I tell them, say, he pay me, say, Ewu flour mill, not the work again. I remember when Oshomole come, Okpila Smith, not the work. He talked to the person with BAM, say, you must make this place work. If not, we go stop your operations. Quickly, they go start out. Today, Okpila people, they enjoy Boa Smith. Even the Edo State government, they enjoy, because last year alone, they give Edo State government 2 billion because they did it. Why this government go did there? You know, go try to do anything, make the flour mill they work. Because if the flour mill they work, it go they bring in revenue. In fact, from all that kind of company, now your taxes go increase. So if you want your taxes to increase, you must also ensure that you bring in good businesses. MOU, what did the MOU don't bring? The two Chinese company, where they bypass, one they do glass, one they do ceramic. Nobody sign MOU with them all. They just see good road for bypass. They no say market today. Now they can go establish big industry. Which ones we don't do? If you not get infrastructure, who want come your state? If you not get security, who want come your state? When you go put all these things in place, you go find out, say, companies they come, still the kind of money where Lagos they make for IGRO. But this governor say they don't want to be like Lagos. No, we want to be like Lagos. Because Lagos is because it's like Nigeria. The money where Lagos they get, even if they not get money from Abuja, they go survive. If they do not get money from Abuja, we are finished. And not because it's supposed to be. People for Lagos are not rushing to go abroad where will they rush for here? Because Lagos business day. But which business day for here? So we need to create an environment that will bring businesses. That businesses will improve the revenue of our states. IGR will go up.
Thank you, Pastor Ize-Iyamu. Next question now to the candidate of the YPP, Mr. Osagie Ize-Iyamu. What do you go do about the issue of inclusivity? That is, how you go run your government if you get the opportunity to serve, to make sure, say, everybody, they were represented, both the women and the young people for your government, in terms of, enjoying the dividend of democracy for that state, and in terms of being carried along with the issues of governance for the state.
Okay, thank you, my sister. The kind of government where people want to run, now real grassroots government. When we do school, they say democracy now government of the people, for the people and by the people, or by the people and for the people. Now, so we know democracy be. But today we get they describe democracy as government of the government, by the government for the government. Our own government, when they go straight to the grassroots, we want to make sure say everybody gets a sense of representation. I am a full grassroots man. When I start this my something, this our election, they say me I carry police. I say I not rob anybody, I not kill anybody, I not belong to any security, any court. So I not get time to carry any police follow body. I not get problem with anybody. So I dey close to my people. My people dey close to me. So I go carry them along. That is number one. Number two, I go make sure say youths they get impact, because we go get town hall meeting from time to time. Waiting this local government need. We go there, sit down with them, they know get there, the people, the youths, the women there. What do we need for this local government? We make sure say this local government go grow. We go talk like brothers and sisters, like family. I go write down one time, we go put down one time, we go another local government. Now so we go take one for the 4 years, so that we go be government of inclusivity. All of us, we go they run the government together, like brothers and sisters, like one family. That is number one. I want to talk about that area where Dr. Ize-Iyamu they talk about that time concerning diversifying the economy. See, if you see this phone where would they use so, our people for Third Junction here, if to say they benefit, know what they talk about Third Junction, then go scatter phone, rearrange them, no matter how your phone they buy, then go scatter and rearrange them for you. What do we want to be say? We want build technology village. Where we say we go they produce motorized equipment. Like all these phones, we go they manufacture them there. If you need for us to bring in China, they go come in here, come teach our people how to produce this phone, how to produce different types of motorized equipment. The price of all these things will fall down, and then we can now import to other countries and then generate revenue into the country. Make sure say our reserve they better. That is the kind of government we want to run when we diversify. We go diversify alongside technology, alongside agriculture. That's what we want to do our own. And then that our people, like if you go some villages now, you go find when you see some people, you will just weak. We want to make sure say we get this social insurance policy. Every old man who don't reach about 80 years, they suppose no waiting government to give them at the end of the month. If now only 20,000 naira, we go give them. Say this 20,000 naira, take and they feed yourself in case you are sick. You not go need your pikin waiting for time.
Thank you, Mr. Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Your time is up, and these next questions we won't take now. Questions where the audience don't send, give us, make we ask now. And the first question goes to the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Philip Constantine, they ask you, say, wetin you do to address some of these issues where you won't fix for Edo if you become the governor when you be the work for government? Now the question where Philip Constantine say make you answer be that.
Well, thank you. Well. Wetin you will know be say appointee for government. Appointee for government, you dey serve under person. You can only advise them. Whether they take your advice or they not take your advice, to not be the contract, not be the approved. So all I just gain from being in government be say, it give me opportunity to understand them, the kind of money where they come, what is that they do, what did they go about them, how to improve them. But even when we did government, I think mention some things where we try and influence, we help well. For example, the last major employment for Edo State now when I did government. Now when we did government we do one. After that one now, you will find out say no employment. Go ask. Number two, apart from the Goy Hospital, the best hospital, in fact, Governor Obaseki, during this COVID period, he goes to the Obasanjo Hospital, say, he say he don't know, say this kind of hospital. They be new. Say if he know, why they go build another one? I just laugh. Because how you go be chief economic advisor to governor, you don't know some big hospital be there before I build another one. But for information, now me, now chairman that committee, we build that hospital. Because we look and say, our state general hospital, they built them around 1903. It's not too old. Now we say we need to get hospital. And that hospital is supposed to be for women and children. We put heavy equipment. Then we put for that hospital. Well, because we call them Stella Obasanjo Hospital to honor our sister, who will be president, white people will say in the federal government. That one. Another thing we do, now, some schools where we work on, see Edo College. Now there I go. Edo College is the premier secondary school. If you see how the thing be, government don't neglect and the place become useless. Now during when I did government, now we raise money, not be state money, we raise money and we supervise the rehabilitation. Today, boarding house come back to the school. Laboratory come back to the school. The school now, they do well. I thank God say, I get the opportunity to do that one. They give you a few examples, but we can do a lot more if we are chief executive. This one I just do by being an aide to the governor. Imagine if now me, I be the governor, I be chief executive. What the person not go fit do?
Thank you, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. This next question now from Grace from Facebook, and now to the candidate of the YPP. Grace they ask, say, wetin your government go do to make sense, say, to make sure, say, all local governments go dey carried along if you become the governor of Edo State?
Oh, thank you, my sister. If you look at those states, you go see you get one common affinity. All of us now brothers and sisters. This local government autonomy, when they talk about, they say local government autonomy means say they could make local government get their own system where they say if their money come, then go do wetin they want they can do. See, because our government not take greedy like that, we go make sure say if we get to power, the local government money where it's supposed go local government, go there. We go tell the people, say, see wetin go local government to, see wetin state government get. The one way enter local government go use and make sure say that area where they tell you about social insurance policy, go make sure say our old papa, our old mama go fit dey get small something. Now under local government it is. So when you give them wetin oyibo dey call financial autonomy, you give them independence to carry on with their finances. They no go get mouth to tell governor say one problem dey for local government when they not be solved. But for now you discover say local government they be like slave to governor. They're not supposed to be like slave because they were elected the way the governor was elected. So if you give them freedom to manage their funds and you let the state know say, see wetin be your own, no, how you reach out, use the money reach, state go still see and say, see how you use and reach. That local government also know how they use their own reach. The people go still say, see wetin they give local government. If local government not perform, then go ask local government say why not perform. So all of us go work together like one family. It go make white people, when our tenure over, then go beg, make we return back to government because of the way we want to run our government as family affair. We go carry everybody along. Whether you come from my party or to my party or you come through another party, that one not my business at all. My own be say, make everybody work together for the general good of the entire state. That be my own. So I go carry everybody along so that we can all work together, my sister. Thank you for that question. God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu. So we get another question from our audience, and this question is for both of you now. And I get 2 minutes to answer the question each. I go start with Pastor Ize-Iyamu. So one of the audience, they ask, una say, make una rate the administration, the government of the present governor, Godwin Obaseki. How you go rate the government, the administration of the present governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki? Make we start with the candidate of the APC.
Well, thank you, my sister. Make I use in party rating, take assess am because when he do 3 years in government, my good friend Chief Danobi was chairman of PDP and he assess am. He talk say for area of agriculture, he score am F9 because he don't go around the state, he don't see anything. He said for the area of health, he said the man promised say for all the state, all the wards of the state, 192, he go put health care center for all of them. He said as of today, out of that 192, now only around 22 he do, which is around 11%. He said so he go score am F9 again. He said for education, he said education, no teachers for our school. They not build any new school. For that area again, he go score am F9. He said for the area of job creation, the man promised 200,000 jobs. But that job, now here we take the year. When I hear small time just now, the deputy governor before he come out, they talk about they get job, Edo job, where they look for job for people. So now only that one that they do. I for expect say go talk say, see wetin we create, we will take create job. He said for job creation, he score am F9. He said that for security, with the kidnapping where they go on and everything, he said he scored am F9. But me not just score am F9 for everything, no, because for me a pastor, and they like to at least assess to the every time say somebody in F9, it means say they're not even supposed to send out to school. For area of renovation, he talked just now, he saying he don't try to repair. I like the word where you say repair. He saying he try to repair some secretariat. You know, he wait till almost 4 years before he begin to repair secretariat. He says so he repairs some secretariat. So for repair of secretariat, we give him 50%. But for job creation, agriculture, education, if they say Edo best, what if they do best when teachers not the school? What if they do best? So if you look the assessment where PDP where Indiana give them, they say you fail well. And the truth be say, if you fail well for school, not be repeat, now withdraw. Person will fail well for school, now waste of time. You not go allow repeat at all because they waste money of your parents. If they waste time for the school, you go look for person waste a big book or way ready for school, you go put them there. So PDP tell us say now F9 you get for every place, and I agree with them. The man not try at all.
Thank you, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Make we go to the candidates. No, thank you very much. Make we go to the candidate of the YPP, Mr. Jones Osiagubare. This question, the same question where Pastor just answered, now your turn to answer that question. One of the audience from, I don't know which platform now, but one of our audience sent this question to us, say, make two of an answer, say how you go rate the government and the administration of the present governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki.
Thank you, my dear sister. You see, if anybody come government, they come with a vision. They come with a mission. Governor Obaseki, the vision will bring on government. He has tried. He has done his best. Nobody fit do beyond waiting capacity to carry. I believe saying a vision be that. Not forget say the man not be a real politician. He came from another background. So from that background where he come from, he has his ideas, he has his visions, and he has actually done his best. That should be that one. Now, for any person where they come government, they come with a competition. That's why I tell you that time, say, I get my own vision where they bring from. So the man, for him, person don't try his best. He say he don't do renovation, fine. He don't do federal roads, fine. He don't repair secretariat, fine. Those one are the area where the man also work. If he don't do for, you know where they bring the man come from. I never do politics before. So he has tried his best as far as I know, and I love him for that. Even Dr. Osagie Ize-Iyamu, I love him also. All of them have their visions. But the truth is, what we want to say, make Edo move beyond where it is. So I like what Ojukwu talk. Ojukwu say, the define politics say, politics is leaving a place better than when you met it. So the current governor, Governor Obaseki, he come meet government. He see some areas they when they never do, they do them. If another government come, he see where they don't do, they go do them. Now so government now continuous thing. You not fit just flash somebody F9. Waiting. Does it mean not do anything at all?
Okay.
No. So the man has done his best and he has tried. That's the truth of the matter. But YPP government will also come and start off from where he stopped and also improve better than what our current governor has done. That's it.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Jones Osiagubare. And we just say the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Governor Godwin Obaseki, don't come back to the debate. And before you just step in, Governor Godwin Obaseki, one of our audience sent us question, to ask, say, make the candidates of the All Progressive Congress and the candidates of the YPP, make them rate your government to say how you don't perform in the last 4 years. So now this question we won't come put to you now. So make you rate yourself, make you answer the question. How you go rate your administration, how you go rate your government in the last 4 years, and why you deserve to win this election, to continue to serve the people of Edo State.
Thank you very much. And again, sorry, I have to leave for a very important meeting, but I don't come back. How you go rate yourself? The way they train you, now other people are supposed to talk how you they do. You not see yourself when you dance. Now other people say you dance well, your steps good, your step not good. But I hear my brother, pastor, say everything I fail. But the other brother, Jones, didn't say I tried. But let me look the key areas. First, education. Today, we don't put Edo Best in place. The whole world say we're not trying. You get almost 270,000 children when they receive the same type of lessons, same instructions across the state at the same time. You know, even World Bank, everybody don't talk. People from Rwanda, they don't come. Sierra Leone, they don't come to come see what they do for education. Other states for Nigeria don't come to see what they do for education. So for like education, I say we score more than we score A. Infrastructure. Why did they call me Governor Vacancy? He said you could just wake up for morning. The road went not there yesterday, you go see and there today. And when they do road, we not they just do one road, we go do a whole area. So infrastructure, road, yes, so there's more, we get more road when we're supposed to build. But to compare me with any administration when don't come before me, even my predecessor when they talk for you know the road, half the road we don't do now. For 3 years, we get 2,000 projects. It did there, they record, it did internet, you go look them, see them, read them, go, we test them. Healthcare, what we don't do, you know, now, so say, look, make we just focus on primary healthcare. Forget the big story about hospital. Big hospital not equal to healthcare. Go where people they go train the HOs, the community health workers, make them know what to do when woman won't born. Put solar light for primary healthcare center. Make them not use touch the born pikin. So in the area of social services, infrastructure, and even governance, I think we don't do well. We do more than 75%.
Thank you, Governor Godwin Obaseki. It good say you mentioned infrastructure, because this now one of the questions where one of our audience even sent, the issue of flooding and bad drainage system where they also affect the road. Now one big balava where the people of Edo State they deal with. So waiting to happen in that area, and waiting you go do to solve this issue once and for all if you win the election and continue on as governor.
Issue of flooding is a real problem. And because you see, Edo Day rainforest. Now people don't cut all the trees, they don't deforest the place, they do planning, anybody if you just build house anywhere, all those sorts of contractors will come, they will do road, they not go finish the gutter well, so when water come, it will go where it's not supposed to go, they cause erosion. So the way we do it, they say, look, we don't do a study of the whole of particularly Benin City and Edo. As it did now, World Bank even they help us. For the last 3 years, the money where they don't give us to help for many gully erosion sites for both in Benin City and outside Benin City. Today, as we speak, we do one major erosion project for Capiona, when we carry all the water for GRA, carry them, go end for Ogba River. As we did, we don't do about 6 of those retention ponds. And if you go there yourself, you look up, you'll be like American Wonder. This when I look at I say, this is not Benin. Even behind Pastor, my brother's house, part of the erosion control when we did there, you know, maybe you never drive it there, the same thing drive goes down. So we not feel build road without making sure say we do drainage. And that we are doing a lot of that, particularly in Benin City.
Thank you very much, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Before you come in, we did the second round of questions, and we don't ask the other candidates their individual questions, different questions where some of them where the audience sent and some of them where we write down to ask. Make I just ask you, because you are back in the debates now, we get some reports say some doctors for Edo State, some they come out from the state, they go other states, or they leave, they go other states, they migrate from the state because of unpleasant working condition, or the working condition for Edo State be something where they like. If you continue on as governor, if you win the election on the 19th of September, what thing you go do to solve this problem and to improve the health sector generally?
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for this question. You know what, with this COVID, we can set up COVID response committee every morning by 9 o'clock. I meet with the committee, the team, the plenty from UPTH, from Eroa Specialist Hospital, from our own Edo Specialist Hospital. That meeting, when we don't meet over the last 3.5-4 months, don't give me an idea of how much improvement when our healthcare system needs. And waiting, I find out be two things. First, over the years, we just build hospital. Nobody did worry about the type of care when they get, how you they train the doctors, how you they give them facilities to work with. We need to do a lot in the healthcare system. First, by making sure, say, lights, electricity day, making sure, say, diagnostic equipment day. And because if the diagnostic equipment, at least we don't solve half of the problem if you understand the nature of the problem, and then if you treat. The good thing about Edo State, particularly the Benin City, because of UBTH, we don't do there for more than 40 years, we get very, very many qualified people in and out of government. So the way we look and be say, healthcare not just be government hospitals alone. Healthcare na system. Private people, government people, bring everybody in. But the main important thing be somebody need to pay. Because and most people, they pay out of pocket and they expect government to pay. So we can introduce this health insurance where everybody go to pay small. So even if you have 50 naira a day, when you contribute, every month you don't get almost 2,000. 1 year, 24,000. Anytime you go hospital, you just present the card, whether in a private or whether in a government.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Thank you very much. If you just join us, this na BBC Pidgin Edo Governorship Debate 2020, and we get here today for the debate the candidates of the APC, the PDP, and the YPP, where they tell us why they think that them the cap fit to serve the people of Edo State for the next 4 years. And they don't answer questions under the first and second round already. And the next round where will they go into now the third round. And for this round, the candidates will get the opportunity to ask each other questions. So waiting me be say APC go ask PDP and YPP question, and PDP go ask APC and YPP question, and YPP go ask APC and PDP question, and they get 5 minutes to answer questions for this round. Before we go on, we would like to state, say, we they beg, make the candidates make sure, say, the questions we go they ask, go they issue based. What it mean be say make it there around the issues where concern Edo State, where affect the state, and where questions generally around the development and how to move the state and the people forward. We go appreciate if all candidates, make them they guided by this rule, and we go also appreciate, say, if any candidates get the floor, make no other candidate interrupt. So we go start with the candidate of the YPP. So this now your opportunity to ask the candidates of the APC and the PDP any question where you want ask them. And you go ask them at once. So you go ask the APC the question you want to ask, you ask the PDP the question where you want to ask, and they will come reply you. And you also get like 1 minute to respond to those answers where they give you. So you have the floor, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu.
Thank you very much, my sister. The question I want just ask now, how I want to ask Dr. Ize-Iyamu and Governor Obaseki this question. How we go make sure, see, the issue of thuggery, violence, stop for this our state? Waiting then they plan to do, because this thuggery and violence, now the two of them, now they're the wahala they get their commanders in chief. How they want to make sure, say, we stop this? Because me, I don't like thuggery, I don't like violence at all. Now the question I want to ask them, and that is the only question I want to ask: how do we stop thuggery and violence and create decent society for our people to be free, to move around and do their various businesses, even if it is 1 o'clock in the morning? I mean, in the night of morning. How do we ensure that this thuggery and violence stops? Now my question will be that way.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu. So you have the floor. The candidate of the APC first, you can go ahead and answer the question. Then the candidate of the APC, the PDP, will come get his own time to also answer.
Okay, thank you, my brother, for that question. The only way you go wrong is you ask good question, but you say, nah, the two of them, PDP and APC. That one they wrong. They tear my poster. I don't know who they do them because na night they do them. It can be anybody. They tear my billboard. I don't know who they do them. And all those actions are part of the things where we condemn. But the truth be say, we don't want violence for this election. We don't want bloodshed because na family matter. Even Governor Obaseki, where you see there, I consider him as my senior brother. If I see him, I go bend down, I go greet him. The fact say me and the contest, not me say I don't know him or I don't know say he senior me for age. So respect day. And we want to make our followers also see and say, not be do or die. Or, you know, we not dey fight ourselves. So if we not dey fight ourselves, why they go dey fight themselves? So we dey beg and they talk to everybody. Even the Oba of Benin call us some days ago, talk to us, say, I beg go, we don't want to make Edo be city of blood. We could talk to our followers. And we agree, say we go do them. Today at the rally, I spend time to talk to them, say, even if person slap you, not slap her back, go report for police station, but not slap her back because we don't do elections before. Me and Godwin Obaseki, we do election 4 years ago. Even though I'm not happy with the result, I not kill anybody, I not burn any house, I only go court. The moment the Supreme Court talks, say, now so the result be make we live on. Now for court, now I write note, say, congratulations, Governor. He called me. He said, making tell the press, say, I congratulate. Yeah, I better tell them. And for close to 3 years we did this thing, I know attack him one day, I'm not talking about the government. Not be say, I like everything with the government, but I want to make it work, so I'm not talking about that. So this one, I'm waiting all of us will talk to people about. I don't want to talk, say, na PDP, they do them, or not be APC, they do them. The truth be, say, we don't want to make it happen. And we need to talk to our people, say, it's not necessary. All the young boys who say they are supporters, we must appeal to them. Don't go and do anything that will bring violence or bloodshed. Because if they catch you, I don't see anybody go talk saying I send you. Some people now there for
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Your time don't dey up now. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Governor Godwin Obaseki, get the floor now to answer the question where the candidate of the YPP asked.
Thank you, Jonas. Thank you. I think that I believe that my brother, Pastor Osagie, he don't start to answer the question. He answer them well. You know, so because the Oba Benin call all of us to say, look, we now will be one family. No need for thuggery, no need for violence. Politics no be do or die. The problem when I see I don't believe in my brother, Pastor, clearly, certainly not be from our side. Part of the problem of this election, people not forget. Now, some of the action when I take over the last 3 years, when I say I want clear Agbe roads come off for road, I want because this now they believe the election the time that they get work, they will come in even whether if anybody hire them or they don't hire them, or they will just want to find work for themselves. They act everywhere, anybody crowd they will come, they won't work for you, they won't do this one. Now, part of the culture when we admit, when I hope, say, by the grace of God, this is the last time this kind of thing will happen. Because these people, they don't get anything at stake now. They know for them, okay, then destroy it, okay, give me money, make I go help do something. And they don't know say that thing will help us. For me, for PDP, if this thuggery continue or violence continue, now me go affect us because now me be governor. But apart from being candidates, I be the chief security officer of the state. You know, go show well. You know, show say our government they do well when they get violence and thuggery and all this kind of bad press. I don't like them. I don't happy put, and we they do everything in our power to say make we stop them. I tell them, just like my brother. Anytime with the campaign, I say if they come hit you, no respond. Go report to police. Not take the laws into your hands, because at the end of the day. Two wrongs not go make right. But now culture, when I meet, something when they don't start since, and unfortunately, I know say my brother may not be part of it, but you get some people when not the contest, when be like they feel say this election result will affect them one way or the other, and we get evidence say some of them they sponsor these boys for the city, but by the grace of God, with all we are doing with the intervention of the Oba. Intervention of highly placed people in our society, this kind of persuasion, we will reduce the incidence of thuggery and violence.
Thank you very much, Governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Just to say that to the candidate of the YPP, Mr. Jones Osagie, you get the opportunity to reply in 1 minute. If the question where you ask them, if they answer or not, you get the right of reply for 1 minute. If you don't get anything to reply, we move on to the next candidate.
No. I just want to thank my leaders. They are my leaders. They are my fathers. They are my senior brothers. If they can be able to stop violence, I'll be very happy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Osagie. Make we go now to the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Pastor Ize-Iyamu. It is now your turn to ask the candidates of the People's Democratic Party and the candidates of the Young Progressives Party one question each. Ask them. This is the opportunity you get to ask them any question you will ask them.
Thank you. Before I ask question, make I welcome my senior brother Godwin Obaseki come back. Our PC he come when we talk about a result. But I want also let her know say that result where they talk, not be me, and I give that result. Now PDP. I just they say for many areas, if let's say not true, but me also give a pass mark for repair of secretariat. For the other ones, they say it's called F9. So not be me, na I talk am, na PDP, na I talk am. Now, they talk about health just now. So I want to ask him small thing about health. Health now one very serious matter. And you ask questions, say many people, they come out for the state, what thing they happen? Governor come they talk. Now, when governor they talk just now, he make one statement which shock me. He say, make we forget about hospital and all. He say, not be there in primary health care. Maybe governor no know, say, the kind of things where hospital they cure, not being primary health care they cure. Primary health care are very minor illnesses. But the serious one where they kill na be hospital. So you know if he talk, say, make we forget about hospital. Because I believe that maybe now this kind of thinking.
Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, you get 1 minute to ask the candidates their question. You get 1 minute to ask them.
My 1 minute now. Make I ask the question. I go Rome today. They tell me say now only one hospital did that. Now only one doctor they get for the hospital. Primary health care center, the governor be promised, even that primary care center, they promised for 192 wards, but now only 22 day, which is 11%. Now 2 surgeons they the state, no anesthetists they the state. The hospital where they open, where they call 5-star hospital, they give them to somebody else, maybe they manage the place, not be health management body do them. My question to the governor be say, health, why they contract them out? Why not they give them the attention where he deserve? Why you allow hospitals to do the way it be? That be my question to her. But my brother way they Joe, my question be say, I like all your contribution, but I want to know your political experience. I know say you talk say you come from my village. I mean you come from Orion. I just want to know your political experience. Apart from saying you be secretary for local government for before, what be your political experience? You don't work for government, but what you know about government? Thank you.
Thank you very much, candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Now the time for the candidates where you don't ask questions to answer back. We will start with the candidate of the YPP.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Ize-Iyamu, thank you. When I begin this thing, I tell you, I say, I don't begin politics since 1996 for Ugu Ward under an ROC. I was the work secretary that I remember that time when Abiola contested that 1996 election, Ugu Ward, I was secretary. When I come on from there, I can't go Abuja, stay very long in Buhari. If you still go Buhari now, under APP then, you know APP, that and they call it APP, PDP. In Buhari Area Council, I was a treasurer there. From there, I become the local government secretary, Buhari Area Council secretary for APP. When I contested the election there in 2003 as a councillor in Kuduru ward of Buhari Area Council. When I came to Benin City recently, during that Oshomole, when they elected Oshomole then between him and Osumbo, I became senatorial secretary under CPC, Congress for Progressive Change, Buhari's party there, under Godwin is there. I was the senatorial secretary to Econo Francis. When I lived there, I entered Abga. I became local government chairman. The time where Usaron I would contest, I was already on local government chairman for Abga. From there, I became secretary of Abga Edo State. From Abga secretary Edo State, I became the state chairman of YPP Edo State. From there, I became the governorship candidate of YPP Edo State. Doctor, are you seeing my political experience now? I have not served in any government. I have studied political system, and I have seen there are different faults in leadership. And that's why I felt that it is time for me to mount the saddle and correct those areas that are supposed to be corrected. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Now, at the turn of the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Governor Godwin Obaseki, to answer the question where the All Progressive Congress candidate, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, ask him.
Thank you. To answer my brother, I say for also as government, anything you want to build, you need to build them from bottom up, not top down. You say primary healthcare, your understanding of primary healthcare now, where it is. But when you meet people early, take their blood pressure, take them sugar, take all of those. When the things what they do for primary healthcare, by the time the problem don't serious, it go hard to cure. Now that time you want travel, go India, go everywhere. For us, there are about 7 major diseases when they affect most Nigerians, and many of them, if you get a good, well-functioning primary healthcare system, you go fit track them at that level. Within this primary healthcare system, they do. At that point, we they take all the information, we they treat people, get the information, and then you can escalate the major diseases or the ones that need care into general hospital. We don't say we know they do general hospital, we do general hospital. And we don't use those specialists as the standard. Today, when I start, waiting we meet, we say government they work the way it's supposed to. Make we admit the truth to ourselves. My brother know that all the things when they been do, when they government as secretary to the government, all the people when they retire, all that, they don't weaken in the civil service system, healthcare service today. We could be able to do something. They do it right. I know we go look for not the solution I want. So we need to look government to how to deal with government in a new way, not the same old way. So you say you get a doctor for Edo, they earn more than me governor. But we get issues as to how much service that they deliver. But like I said, healthcare to be simple matter, it is complicated. One simple agenda enough is all.
Thank you, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Your time done day up, and now the candidate of the All Progressive Congress will ask this question. Get 1 minute to reply the candidates, whether they answer your question well, or whether it gets any other thing you want add to within the no talk.
Hello.
The candidate of the All Progressive Congress will ask the question.
I bet you say the governor go explain to me why he don't want to take her seriously. Because I talk now, I say I go Rumi, for example. Now only one doctor, now day for there. Our doctors they leave, they are complaining. Even the hospital where we get, where he agree say that be the main place, they carry all that one person make it the manager. Edo people, not them, get good doctor. Make I give you an example with Abuja. National Hospital, Dr. Momo, where the manager, now from Auchi. Cedar Crest, now one guy, man from Urumi, now the manager, Isha person. Then Alliance Hospital, now Dr. Otabo, Binima, now the manager. The place where they manage, now the person not come from Edo State, he never be doctor. How you go take fee? You see, when they talk about square peg is square hole, if you want to do something, do it well. You are carrying somebody who's not a doctor to manage the place. And what is not charging there, they will not go enter. to carry car enter that place, 5,000
Thank
naira.
you very much.
Then
Thank
if
you
they
very
want go the
much,
other
Pastor
small,
Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Your 1 minute is up. Now time for the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, to ask the candidates of the APC and YPP one question each. You get 1 minute to ask them your question.
Okay, I mean, I won't ask them the same question because as governor now, this question will help me. You see, this COVID-19 when it hit us, nobody didn't know say they come. It hit us suddenly. So for almost 6 months this year now, we never work for as a country. Our oil money when we dey earn, it don't come down seriously. And so this one will get impact on government revenue. Also, because people will not work, you not go fit collect tax as it used to be. If my brother has to become governor now, or my other brother Jones, how una go fit given this really tight situation? How you intend to? How una fit now run government?
Thank you very much. Go on, Governor.
And how which you go prioritize? Which you go give up for? Because something you're not going to do everything at the same time now because the money not there to pay before.
Thank you very much, Governor Godwin Obaseki. The candidates of the APC and YPP will now get the floor now to respond to the question of the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. Make we start with APC.
Well, I want to thank Governor Obaseki for that question. Now, a very good question. Before he come, we talk about diversification. We say, make we not depend only on money when they come from Abuja. You get time for Edo, where every part of the country, that's how we'll get 4 regions. They regenerate their own revenue. Now, COVID, it not affects farming. The only thing they say, this government not put money for farm. If money really dey farming, not because they talk for theory, if money really dey farming, una for find out, say, even this kind of period, money go dey come. I know how many people send trailers, go Kebbi, go buy rice. I know how many people send trailers, go buy rice for Abakaliki. Why nobody buy for Edo? Because we just dey rely on where they come from Abuja. So if we diversify our economy, spend our money for the correct places, you go find out, say, even with COVID, you go make money. And number 2, you talk and just now really say, during COVID, you have to prioritize your projects. I'm surprised, say, during COVID, our governor will go destroy us of assembly, say, one build new one. One build new one during COVID. My budget, not the budget. Rainy season, they come, you go remove roof because of assembly. Say you want build new one. That one have priority. Do road, how we go take the hospital, how we go take improve the healthcare system, how we take give our people food. Then the next thing, as of assembly where dey, una say na this time una go destroy am, una go remove the roof. Meanwhile, e no dey budget. Even your revised budget, e no dey. So really, this time, e require careful financial plan. I'm surprised because if you get one area where they dey respect the governor well, in the area of financial planning, because that area now the area. But I don't know whether maybe now the pressure of government, they make and do what you're not supposed to do. Because this kind of time, any money when you get, you go use it well. Now this kind of time, now we're supposed to improve our hospitals, but we not improve them. Now this kind of time, now we're supposed to give more allowances to our doctors. We're not going to do them. Now this kind of time, okay, imagine now, for example, you make people come for market, you go put them for school. How can you carry people away from the market? You go put them for school. If you want to fumigate market, you think it go take 1 month, it go take 2 months, and they go and endanger school, where be the foundation for our children and their future. You go put people, you go put market women, they go food that place. No priority be that. I wish say we get opportunity, make we then they talk to the government because now my brother, I want to make it succeed. If he succeed, you know what I say, we know if he contest the gift, but only talk say he try well, but I go fit do. But the truth, many things they wrong. During this COVID period, their priorities they wrong. You remember when the COVID started, they talk, they spend 1 billion. People shout, say what it? How for where? When I see the government not do anything, I go take my money, they buy food for our people because they were hungry, and government not going to do anything. They were busy looking for who go make donation to them. But you know, go first start. You start your own. People go say, this man try, make we start, but they don't want to spend money. And some of those COVID rice now, and they see that they will come cover them now, they say vote for Obaseki. Rice wey they brief for COVID. They don't want to take that kind of thing, not good. Maybe governor don't know, but make it telling people say, you know, if you go, they bring rice, who you want to use for COVID, they'll call the distributor to people. All those kind of things not good. But the important thing is say, if you spend money well, diversify the economy, you go find out, say, agriculture alone, revenue will increase. More taxes will come. But this is just a wait for money where they come from Abuja. Then the only
Thank
place
you,
we go take
thank you, thank you, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Your time day up. Your time day up. Now the time for the candidates of the YPP to answer. And when the candidates of the YPP don't answer finish, the candidates of the People's Democratic Party get the right to respond to anything or waiting the candidates of the APC and YPP don't respond to the question we be asked. YPP.
Okay, madam, thank you very much. You know, say when I start to talk this in that, I tell us, every government will come with their own vision. The problem with they say our economy not be production economy. We are supposed to, those states is supposed to be a production economy. If we are a production economy, we will not depend on handouts. We will be prepared for anything that will come at any time because we go there self-sufficient. If we be production economy, we not go there whether COVID-19 come, COVID-20, COVID-29. That one not even will get anything with us at all. Provided waiting we produce for our own state here, it not stop us from transferring them to our different areas to do our own local marketing and generate our own internal resources or internal revenue generation for ourselves. We not be production economy. So you go try and make sure, say, before the election over, try and sensitize your government to go alongside production economy. Let us be able to produce for ourselves what we can consume.
Thank you, Mr. Jones Osagobare. Make I ask the candidate of the People's Democratic Party whether these candidates answer your question, because me I see say you ask them waiting to go prioritize if na then they the position where you did now, so you get right of reply to respond to them 1 minute whether they answer your question or not.
Thank you. Well, clearly you see when person they propose simple agenda for complicated problem. You not even know where to start from. Could they talk with him? Not correct. Could they go left, go right, go center? You know the diversify economy in 1 or 2 months. That's why you need somebody when you get experience, when you don't do one before, when you understand waiting you go get to give up as waiting you go get to decide the priority and waiting you need to drop. To say the go and say doctor, not the hospital, this one. It not go solve the problem. That is not the issue. The issue say how do we increase production? You know, I be expect say they go say how do we go get more electricity to help us to put more people to work? How we go get more people into agriculture so that we'll get raw materials for people to produce with? How we go improve the environment, remove all the bottlenecks for business when they affect business, so that people go buy more and sell more and make Edo a hub. But this is the problem. When person don't get experience, it never really work properly before. And politics that they do, you know, they're not going to understand the issues on how to make sure, say, you prioritize and things not go happen overnight, and then you go plan properly. But like I said, you know, I know unfortunately they don't help me much. I don't even get any useful ideas from them, so that when I continue. You know, after November this year, clearly I will give them appointment as advisor because they're not feel help.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Thank you very much. You don't come to the end of this segment under this round. So waiting remain now to give now closing remarks, and when I get 30 seconds to give our closing remarks. If anything there, any question where they expect make we ask and I will not ask, or any other thing, this is not the opportunity for now to do that in 30 seconds. Make we start with the candidate of the YPP, Mr. Jones Osagobare. Your closing remarks in 30 seconds.
My people, I agree to now for the opportunity when I give me a contact talk for here. I want to make una begin to pray, say the government where go fit bring peace, where go fit bring development, where go fit make sure say our people enjoy waiting that they call governance. Look, they pray, make that government come. Now I want just talk. I thank all of you for giving me ears and your time. May God bless all of you now. Have a nice dream.
Thank
nice
you.
sleep.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Now to the candidates of the APC, your closing remarks in 30 seconds.
Well, I thank you for this opportunity, and I also thank Edo people and still beg them, say, for this election, I beg, make violence not there. I also wanted them, say, make them not make wrong mistake at all, because we don't vote before and we don't say who we vote for, get the answer. By the grace of God, with the simple agenda where I get, Edo. So my advice and my appeal, make una vote for APC. I promise when I say things go different and things go better. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Your closing remarks in 30 seconds.
I thank Una and I thank the people of Edo State for this opportunity. We don't start revolution for Edo State. We don't see how we don't start revolution. You see the progress we don't make. See the production, the progress we don't make for production, the production centers. All the plan when we get for industrial park, the work when we don't start with infrastructure. We need to continue more than ever before, because of COVID and the situation we don't find ourselves with the oil price down. We need to continue and accelerate within we don't start. This not be the time to stop or break or change all the projects and programs when we don't start, because to change at this time will set us back many, many years.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki. And with this one, we don't come to the end of the debates today, the end of the debate tonight, the BBC Pidgin Edo Governorship Debate 2020. Thank you so very much for being a part of it. We want to use this opportunity to thank all the candidates who participate for the debate. The candidate of the YPP, Mr. Jones Osagie Ize-Iyamu, the candidate of the APC, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, and the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Governor Godwin Obaseki. We won't like to talk at this point, say these candidates who we select now based on who the audience tell us say they would like to see for the program today. And we won't say this program, this debate will organize. We no organize them to bring any individual or any party down in any way. Now, platform where we create so that the people of Edo go hear from the people we won't serve them in the next 4 years. So I go tell them what they get to offer to them. We want to use this special opportunity also to thank you, the audience, will join us for this program today. Thank you. Say, una take our time now to sit down with this program with us, because without una, really, this program no forget head at all. And I also want like to use this opportunity just to mention and talk again about what we talk at the beginning of this debate. Say the candidates go come with their views, opinions, comments, and statements, and those opinions in no any way reflect what the BBC Pidgin and indeed the BBC stand for. So we no take responsibility for any of those comments where they go don't make here today. And make una no forget, say the conversation no go end here. As we finish this debate, the conversation continue on top our social media platform, on top Twitter, on top Instagram, and on top Facebook. You feel also enter our website to get all the latest news from around the world, from Nigeria and Africa. Thank you very, very much again. Say una de part of this program tonight. And my name na Helen Oyibo. We say good night and bye-bye.
My name is Orifoluwa Wajarin Babalola, and I am 4 years old. People know me as Mr. Calm Down. I'm sorry too. What I like most in school is mathematics. I like mathematics because it's good. When I grow up, I want to be a police officer to fight corruption. I was telling my mom to come because she wanted to beat me. I don't left from anywhere, just said it.
Orena pikin wey be say he like to play. He no like make you put am for one corner, make him just sit down, make him no dey do anything. No be that kind pikin. He like make it dey play, make it dey run around, make it dey talk some kind funny things. Sometimes go just dey dance, dey make everybody dey laugh. Na the kind pikin wey Ore be that one. If you no dey school, na to dey play ball, waka the whole compound. If you no play in ball, he go dey ride the bicycle up and down. They jump up and down. Na wetin like to dey do be that one. Since this video go viral, our life don change because people wey be say I no even expect say I go fit talk to or I go fit meet, I dey meet them. Cause here and there, I wan meet your son, I wan see your son, I wan do this, I wan do that. So na blessing na the video bring come my family.
When I go to the street, people want to snap with me. They say, please, ma, can I snap with your son? Since my mom did that video, I'm not doing it again, and I've been a good boy. Thank you, bro.
When you are fighting this, it's just fast.
My name is Prince the Bazlab. I am Ghana's youngest boxing champion.
When he's fighting or he's doing something, you think maybe he's 15 or 18 or 19 years old. But it's just a little boy. Prince is fight like a bee. When you are fighting Prince, it's just fast. So that's where we pick the bars. So always when I'm coming to the gym, he follow me to the gym and he just fall in love. He always telling me I should take some boxing, teaching boxing. So he just fall in love with boxing. 1, 2, 3.
Boxing is my life. When I grow up, I want to become the champion of the world.
People from America, London, US, Germany, they all saw him on social media talking about Prince. Prince will become a world champion at the age of 18, 19 years.